19 competitors here in this final heat today. Evans Kiplagat, the top 13:26, was 15th at the NCAA Indoor Championships last year in the 5,000. He's coming off a 3,000, or excuse me, coming off a 5,000 at BU most recently. Thomas Boyden of Stanford. There's a nice resume in as well, 13:39 at BU, and was in the cross-country championships in the fall as well. Final event of the day. So Jamar Distel will be the pacer.
And then I believe we got 3 pacers in this race. I think it's going to be Jamar Distel, and then Kip Kurui and Kip Drodich are also going to lend a hand in the pacing duties because they've already run earlier this evening. But this should be a good race, and this is as good a time as any to just let folks know that Grant Fisher has broken the world record in the 5,000 meters at Boston University earlier this evening. It was a 21-year-old record indoor, 12:44. Grant Fisher goes. The former Stanford star, another world record.
Just an incredible scene at that facility earlier today. I was laughing. I was amused when I saw Steve Magnus's tweet a couple hours ago. He said, if I told you this 10 years ago, you'd say it's impossible. An American, Grant Fisher, just took down the indoor 5K world record, which was previously held by arguably the greatest track distance runner in history. 12:44 indoors. Said the game has changed.
Well, and Grant Fisher was one of those guys who would always qualify for a national team, world championships, and he would be 5th and he would be 4th, just not ever getting a medal. And honestly, I heard some interviews. He says, I'm tired of that. You know, I'm good enough to get a medal, especially at the World Championships in Eugene, Oregon. He was right there in the mix with a couple laps to go in the 5 and the 10,000 meters, and he just came up short of a medal. Changed his program around, went to Park City, went to high altitude, training like a maniac. Now he just shows he's just what a start to this. What a start to this season after a super successful 2024 Olympic season.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think contributes to being able to make things click, to find a way? You mentioned the altitude, this shift in program. He was very proactive about what he needed to do to try to take that next step.
Well, and it was a little bit shocking, I think, for people because he left the Bowerman team and said, I'm going to go train on my own. He got together with his high school coach, and he really started to take a look at his program, and he said, I think I can train. I think I can do it better. And the fact that he had that much faith and trust in a program that he had developed and created himself and with his former coach just says a lot. You know, he said, I didn't have any doubts. He couldn't second guess himself, and he went up there and he started to get it done. He started to train with people that he wanted to train with. That was one of the main things.
Yeah, it's paid off in a big way. What a year he has had, a 12-month period, Grant Fisher. Headline of the day, DMRs here. Will be a major storyline we'll read about in the morning newsletter emails tomorrow as Distel steps off.
Well, they're clicking them off right here. They go 61.5 for the first 400, 2:07.6 for the second. They're at the half mile, 2:07, and then 1,200. They're at 3:13, and the leaders are really doing their jobs, keeping this field really strung out.
61, 65.5, 66 here to start off. Kip Kurui with pacing duties at the moment. They're not messing around. 1600 at 4:16. 63 that last lap. Or 400, I should say. Beg your pardon. See that ice stone. Row of coaches looking on. Boyden sitting behind the Pacers. It's the top non-Pacer spot.
Well, and that's a really important spot when you have the Pacers up front. The person that's the next person that's not the Pacer, he's got to keep up. He has got to push himself a little bit with the idea that he knows those Pacers are going to step off at some point. And you're going to be up there all by yourself. Thomas Bowden's done a wonderful job up to this point, but he needs to keep in contact. Can't let Kurui of Washington State get away from him.
Vincent Chirchir sits a couple spots back. New Mexico athlete who, man, just missed out on NCAA outdoor champs last year. Was so close. Was 15th in the 10,000, 13th in the 5,000. You know he's entering this indoor season and eventually outdoor with all sorts of motivation. When you come that close in two events, that will guide your training for a while. Slowing a bit, though, his teammate, Evans Kiplagat, giving him a word as he went by his shoulder. Word of encouragement back there in 5th and 6th place. Kiplagat indoor 5,000 qualifier last year. Mexico's got plenty of depth themselves in the distance event. Shadrack KiptooOklahoma also in that front pack. Next time they pass the official holding up those lights, that'll be 2,800. Closing in on 2K to go. Now some separation here. The two Pacers. We got Boyden and Shadrack Kiptoo of OU. 7:28 at 2,800. 7 laps remain. Final section of the men's 5,000, the invitational section on our first day of the Husky Classic here in Seattle. A.J. Ricketts, Olympic gold medalist, 1996 Atlanta Games. Dan O'Brien, great to have you with us on Runner Space. Big 10 Plus, and a big thanks to our entire production crew. Fantastic job over the course of this afternoon and all these meets here at Washington the last few weeks and across the country. Coming up on 3,200 meters here.
Well, the two Pacers, they want to take these guys through 3,200 in 8:40, and they look like they're doing a good job. A couple laps ago, I thought they were fading a little bit, but now they seem to have picked it up. There goes Kiprotich. He steps off to the side. Now the Coug takes him, and look at the freshman from Oklahoma move into that second position.
62 that last 400. And you mentioned Boyden was a little bit off the pace of the Pacers initially, then ramped his way up, and now Kiptoo making sure he's right on. Kurui of Washington State, the third Pacer here, setting the tempo. This is setting up to be a showdown between the Oklahoma freshman and the Stanford junior. Kurui ran earlier. We'll get here momentarily. 9:37, that would be a 65 for the last 400. Intensity ramping up. Boyden going to reattach himself.
It's pretty chill. It's really chill.
Kiptoo just gliding. Looks really strong. Boyden's hanging on here. Not letting him go, though. These are the moments of a 5K, aren't they? Decision's got to be made. Are you going to be able to hang on and get to those final stages of the race? 4,000 at 10:40. That was 63 high, that last 400. Injecting a bit more pace here. Boyden hanging tough. But man, I tell you what, Kiptoo looks so smooth all throughout, gliding right behind Kurui.
Well, this is where great distance runners make it look easy, and I think people at home just don't realize how fast they're going, how difficult this is. I mean, this is toughest stages of the race where you've got to just be so mentally tough, locked in to that uniform or that singlet right in front of you. And if you're in front, you're locked into the feel of the ground, listening for the tempo, boom, 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 and trying to just dismiss the pain that your entire body feels.
13:22 is the 16th ranked time in the country at the moment. I think I heard 11:46. I don't know though. That'd be a slowdown.
Yeah,
of 2
you
seconds.
got it.
Okay,
you got it.
11:46.
11:46.
So 65, 66 that last lap. Kurui still guiding things here. Is he going to finish this out? Is he even pacing?
Well, and I think it might have been a little confusing for the second and third place guys because they expected the pacer to step off, but he just feels good. He's going to keep going, but he's looking fantastic right here.
Yeah, I don't think he's stepping off on the bell lap. Evans Kurui is going to finish this off. He could get a nationally relevant time here. Evans Kurui looking great. He's pulled away from Boyden and Kiptoo. Evans Kurui won the NCAA West region in cross country. Got spiked at nationals, still finished 36th on a tough day. The West Coast Conference cross country champion. So a Washington State freshman record in his debut, and this is going to be a very relevant time nationally. 13:16 high as Boyden and Kiptoo follow. 13:16, that's 8th nationally for Evans, folks. What a performance there. We were kind of under the impression he might be the third pacer in the proceedings, but whether that was the case or not, well, he ran away with it the last 300. Evans Kurui is fired up. That may have just earned him a spot in Virginia Beach in the event if he so chooses.
Well, and Thomas Boyden, he moves up to that 16th spot, and a great learning experience for the freshman from Oklahoma. You know, Oklahoma comes all this way. They want to run in some great distance races. Well, they got their opportunity. Keep your eyes on on that freshman, Captain Kiptoo. He's going to be somebody to watch over the next couple of years. Or Shadrack Kiptoo, excuse me. Yeah, nice run by Thomas Boyden, though. He just hung in there the whole time. And I like the way they set this race up. Had 2 different pacers. Thought there were going to be 3 different pacers. But right away, they went out a little bit quicker than the other two in the other 2 heats. You knew it was going to be a battle. You knew it was going to be close. Just the tougher minds were going to prevail. But that young man, Evans Kurui, just went to another level. And this is what's fun about the sport of track and field, is when you have those big breakthroughs. And all that training comes together. You believe in your training, and it actually feels easy when it's right.
You know what it was? We saw his name on the start list, right, of the 3,000, but he did not start. He did not start. For this in mind. So what a effort by Kurui. He obviously wanted to prioritize this today to be fresh for it, and I think that decision worked wonders as he may have just punched the ticket to the NCAA Indoor Championships. Regardless, what a day. We had Kurui finishing this off, the DMRs starting, and plenty of big-time performances in between as well, partner.
Well, I'll tell you, between you and Runner Space, you guys are going to make a distance fan